Hi there. Welcome to Theater Hour. Now, welcome to the B3 Horror Podcast. I'm your humble co-host, Ween.
And I'm Ray.
And we watch and review horror movies so you don't have to. Mm-hmm. This is an impromptu radio review? Good Lord. Review of newer movie Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, directed by Ryan Coogler. I knew I was going to get that wrong.
Of Black Panther fame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we
saw it.
We did see it in theaters.
Many moons ago at this point.
Wrong theater.
We saw it the wrong theater. We did.
And I think we mentioned on one of our episodes, after we did see it, we did mention a little bit about it, just that it was a really great movie, but we couldn't understand a goddamn word.
Yeah. Yes.
But as it turns out, upon second viewing, that was mostly the shitty audio at the theater we went to. Mm-hmm. So, whoopsies. But upon second viewing, Ray, what do you think?
Wowzers.
Amazing, right?
Oh, wowzers. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. In fact, I said, like what we did with Bring Her Back, I said we need to do this because this needs to be on our like top 10 for the year.
For
we wanted to talk about it, make sure that we had it like in perpetuity. So.
Yeah.
All right, so what we usually do when we do reviews is we do a compliment sandwich. So we do a I mean at this point too, it's already on it's on
Amazon Prime right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you still have to rent it or buy it.
Yeah, you can watch it at home. But we're still not going to spoil. I mean, there's not like a ton to spoil. I mean, vampires, period.
What more would you want?
Yeah, right. But what we do is when we do reviews for like especially new movies, we do a compliment sandwich. We do a top bun, something we liked about the movie, then we move to something we didn't care for as much, like the middle, or the meat, and then we like to end on a high note with something we did like. So would you like to start? Would you like me to start?
I will start.
Go for it.
I'll tell you that a big feature of the movie throughout is music. The music in this movie, the soundtrack is fantastic. This director and the writer, they did their homework. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of blues influence because it takes place in 32, I think, 1932 in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And in Old South Mississippi. Pre-premise of the movie is that Michael B. Jordan is playing two characters. He's playing twins. Yeah. That want to open up a local juke joint for the local community.
Smoke and
Stack.
That's right.
Are their nicknames.
Yeah.
Their real names are Elijah and Elias. I love that. I love that. Okay. So anyway, there's music interwoven throughout.
It's like the big pinnacle parts of the movie have showcase a different song for the most part.
And there's like a little droplet of like Robert Johnson lore because their little cousin that they're kind of bringing along with them, they want to have play at their juke joint, is an aspiring blues player and singer. Yeah. I cannot remember.
His name is I literally just watched it.
I know. Sammy.
Sammy.
Sammy. The actor's name is Miles Catone.
Fantastic.
And my boyfriend. Should I say fiance?
Congratulations.
That happened. Yay. He is a huge blues nerd, and he loves blues music, and has made me fall in love with it too. And and he also is an avid guitar player and loves guitar, and so to a somewhat trained eye, you can kind of tell when someone's not playing or they are. This fucking kid can wail. Mm-hmm. He was actually playing. He was actually singing. He is amazing. And I saw that he's doing a solo career. He used to tour with her, like big chops, and has this very grown, mature voice for someone so young. He's in his early to mid 20s, I think, at that.
I did notice. So the problem that we were having when we saw it before was hearing. Like both of us have bad hearing, and their hearing, unfortunately, where I know for mine in particular, is in a range where I can't decipher accents. It's really hard, especially down south. Like even visiting like my uncle down in Georgia.
Okay, if somebody talks kind of in a low register and has an accent, I won't be able to.
Yeah.
Any accent.
Yeah.
Scottish. We've watched a lot of British movies or other films together, and it's like it's very hard, especially
Alien
like,
Romulus. We were like, I don't fucking know what's happening. Yeah.
And
it was hard for this movie because unless they were like talking to the camera,
and sometimes they're not, they're away, and or
it was
throwing a line away on purpose, kind of like muttering or mumbling. It was like
in my
I was
everyday
lost.
life, I have a problem with it. Let's just say that.
Right in front of my face. It's not just sorry, Scully. I don't know. He has a new name every time. It's not just blues music, there's some folk and bluegrass music in there too, interwoven, but it's mixed with a little bit of hip hop.
Because there's a point where there's like
rhythm and
time
blues
is just a pinpoint. It's just a pinpoint in time, and it's all fluid. And so there's all kinds of different music going on in the background. It's wild.
It is beautiful. The music was it for me. That was huge.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your top bun?
For me, it is the things that seeing it the second time, things that I missed the first time, like things that I was kind of like, now I get it, because I'm a big I love history. I'm a big historian, and the fact is that I missed so much of it because I couldn't understand what was happening, because I couldn't understand what people were saying, was driving me up a fucking wall. Yes.
It made me mad.
It made me mad because I'm like, I know about sharecroppers. I know about fucking wooden nickels. I know about all this stuff, and it was killing me because I'm like, this means so much more. But then being able to like get this, I hate to say this, but putting subtitles on, understanding what was happening, and it also, like, speaking of Sammy also has a speech impediment. He has like a very garbled sort of talk. So even then, I'm like, oh well, fuck it. Like watching it now, I'm like, there would have been no way. I was like, kind of like, oh, well, fuck it. Like at this point. And I would have never have gotten anywhere close to what he was saying. Even like, what's her face is Haley Steinfeld. I couldn't understand anything she was saying, anybody.
Oh, yeah.
So to see this and be able to like get
I have trouble with Southern accents in general.
I do too.
But
yeah.
I don't.
Even like doing them, I'm okay. Like doing like being in still like noise and stuff like that. Doing them, it's fine.
Yep.
Like, and those to me are almost like comical ones because they're so stage ready. You have to be enunciate so people in the buck and back rows can understand what you're saying.
Right.
The blue hairs can understand what you're saying. But like, so for me, it was being able to understand the historical significance of everything was very, very, very important.
Because you really wanted to. I mean, it's obviously important, and now upon second viewing, it's essential. It is the story.
It is exactly
the story.
Because we'll get to it very shortly. To me, this is a horror movie. It's not as much as a horror movie. It's more of a historical, like, it's a fantasy.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's great. So that's for my mind, is just being able to understand the history now and being able to like kind of immerse myself in it was great.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. All right, something we didn't like as much.
Well, it's hard to find something I didn't like, but I mean, apart from not being able to understand, but that wasn't the movie's fault.
No.
So you're watching the movie, right? It's pretty long. How?
It's almost 2 hours.
Yeah. Sorry, I have it pulled up. Let me look at the right. P.S. Just quickie. Rotten Tomatoes. It's been out since April 18th, and it's still at a 97 and 96% respectively. Like it'll be and it is categorized as a horror, and it's 2 hours 17 minutes.
It'll be in the top 10 it'll be in Academy Award. Yeah.
I hope so.
It will be.
You're watching the movie, you're watching all this setup, they're getting the juke joint, they're buying this land, they're trying to get this liquor, they're trying to get food arranged. One of the brothers goes back to see, I mean, not spoiling too much, goes back to see his former
his wife.
Was it his wife? I don't know if they
were actually married. Yeah.
Right, because that's kind of, you don't really
up in the air
historically too, because were they, I don't know. He goes back to see his former lover and mother of his child. Of his late child. So terrible. But it's so good. But then you're like almost an hour in, suddenly you're introduced to entirely new characters, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a vampire movie. I forgot.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of From Dusk Till Dawn. Like all of a sudden, like vampires.
All of a sudden, right?
Vampires.
It is very like that, because all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, it's a horror movie. I forgot.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I didn't hate that, I didn't, it was just kind of, it just kind of jarred me for a second that, like, oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. Forgot about that.
There's this whole other ride I gotta buckle up for, so let's go.
Yeah. For me, it's the things that we didn't get tied up on. Like, there's a lot of things that I was like, okay, I would have liked a little bit more of this. Like, we don't get much of Sammy's story after.
You think it's going to be a movie about Sammy. He's just there. He's
kind of
collateral
damage a little bit at the very end. But like him, and I mean, there's a whole story with Smoke and Mary that like you kind of want more about too. Yeah. There's a lot of different stories.
What is she, half black or partially black? She said her mother's.
And Haley Steinfeld in real life is her grandparents were partially she has
were mixed. Yeah, I think and I think similarly the character they had her grandparents.
She passes as she says. She passes as white.
But
then there's also the Native Americans at the very beginning of the movie. Like, where the fuck did they go?
And we never see them again.
No, and I was like, kind of want to know what their story is.
I know, me too.
Yeah,
Who are they?
But I'd heard a friend of mine said I would have loved a TV series. I'm like, that's perfect. Like HBO.
This would have been
HBO, guys.
I know. Hello. It would have been a really great show.
Interview with the Vampire-esque, sort of see them through time. See, especially Smoke and Mary through time.
Yeah.
Again, I still go back to that was the best night of my life, and I'm like, but you're a vampire now. How is that the best night of your life? You've lived that many. Right. So that was for me. All right, bottom bun.
I'm not going to say my actual bottom bun. I'll save that for off air because it's a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
But it's the same reason why I couldn't wait for Boyfriend to see it.
Okay.
But I'll say for this, my bottom bun is Wunmi Musaku, who plays Annie, Smoke's wife and mother of his child. I've loved her. I fell in love with her during Lovecraft Country.
Or his house.
His house. She was in his house.
I think I got goosebumps thinking about it. Like,
she's
amazing.
One that we should watch out for. She is an Oscar-worthy actress, I think.
She was.
And I think it's just a matter of time before she finds the role that's going to win it for her because she is outstanding. I'm getting goosebumps.
I know.
Too. I just love her.
She's fantastic.
I loved her character, and I loved how, because it was also another layer of picturesque of the South, right? She was kind of known around the area for voodoo.
Yeah.
But they called it something else. But I think it was hoodoo or something
hoodoo,
like that.
That's usually what it's saying. Voodoo, I think, is New Orleans. I think hoodoo might be other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she has those roots. These are, she's selling tonics and potions out of her little house to the local kids for their parents.
Yeah.
As a medicine woman in the town. She's kind of for lack of a better phrase, sort of a witch doctor because this is just generational.
We see
stuff
that too. We see somebody come up and get stuff from her and pay for it.
It's she gave Smoke a mojo bag. That's another quintessential.
Or is it Stack?
What's it, Stack?
Stack. She's with Stack. Smoke is.
I can never remember. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Smoke is with Mary and Stack is with.
You could only tell the difference, P.S. by hats.
The hats,
one had a blue bowler hat, and the other had one had a
Magyar cap.
Yeah. It was a blue page boy hat, and the other was like a
fedora.
Red fedora. It was okay.
Yeah, but it was really tough to because they both had beautiful arms. Michael B. Jordan's beautiful arms. He is
handsome.
I went someplace in my head.
Yeah, we all did. No kiss, no kidding. She was outstanding to me. I've loved her ever since Lovecraft Country, and even more in his house. And I'm excited to see where her career goes. She was phenomenal.
Since you have your phone up, can you pull up my bottom bun?
Yeah.
Which is what is Remick?
Yes, Jack O'Connell.
Oh my God, this kid. There is a bit.
I know.
You hate him, but there is a bit of empathy with him because
Jesus, he is a kid.
How old is he? God, he's hot.
He's 35.
No, he's not. I mean, that's not.
He's not that, but he was born in Derby, England.
And he's 10 years younger than me, so but he's very handsome.
Funny.
But
I would have walked away with him.
Oh my God. Okay, so yes, that is the black versus white. However, the Irish were treated very different.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you get that, like,
were
yes,
treated
they're
almost-
white, but they're
almost as
just
bad.
Yeah, they're treated just as bad. And so you have a bit of empathy for him.
Yeah.
Like, not as just as bad. I mean, like, pretty bad.
Almost.
They're pretty bad.
But they were still white. But
They're
like,
still white, so they had a little bit of, you know,
Yeah.
but whites who were new, like if you watch anything like Gangs of New York, like
Yeah.
that to me is a big
Yeah.
thing of like that really did happen where you had the new Irish and the old Irish. Irish who had been over here, who had come over on like the Mayflower, were higher class than those who were like the rabbits or anybody who he came over later,
Yeah.
because they were considered them lower class, like rats
Yeah.
almost. So you still had this like he's a fucking vampire, but at the
Right,
same
he's a
time
so he's very like, oh my god.
we have a vampire here.
Yeah, we do.
But he's very
But he's also very, not seductive is not the right word, but influencing.
yeah, he does. He's very much
He's
like
very strong personality.
yeah, like we're suffering too, sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like let's band together and
Yeah.
fuck them all. And you're like, and it's so
It's
easy
a
to
fair
see.
arc.
It's easy to see the ones who go to his side, who
Yeah.
easily go to his side because
Yeah.
certain characters, it doesn't take much for them to go
No.
to his side.
No, and he does gain quickly.
He does.
And there's this scene that's my favorite scene. I think is the Irish jig that they're
Oh yes.
because
This
everybody's
is where it
singing
starts. Yeah, because you had then on
Yeah.
the outer side. This is what if you've noticed recently, on like any social media, you see very large groups of Black people doing this dance of the people on the
Yes,
outside.
yeah.
It's amazing.
It's
like again,
awesome.
fucking goosebumps,
Me
man.
too. It's
Because
just-
they're doing a completely different
Yeah.
dance than what he's doing, and his people in the middle are
Yeah.
doing a jig, and they're doing like African dances
Yeah.
on the outside. It's awesome. It's so awesome.
It throws down the cultural walls, I feel like,
Yeah.
and just lets everybody in the same
Let's
room.
all hate the fucking white people together. let's all hate the
take
American
that.
white people. Yeah, let's all
Yeah.
hate the Southern white people together.
Exactly.
Let's hate what was her name? Scarlett O'Hara. Let's hate her together.
Oh,
Sorry.
there's a place in my heart for Gone with the
Nope.
Wind.
Anyhow, it's all right. I still love her. It's
I
fine.
know.
So that's my bottom bun. He's
Sweet.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I should say, overall, wrapping the sandwich in a wrapper.
Yeah.
For the
Well,
masses.
he's also
is-
great in Slow Horses. If you not, I believe he's the like one of the leads in Slow Horses. He's fantastic in that with Gary Oldman. So good.
Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as a wrap up, I should mention too. We can't go without mentioning Ryan Coogler.
Coogler.
Why do I always mess that up? Ryan Coogler. It was.
Fruitville Station.
Yeah, let's see.
Like I said,
Judas and the Black Messiah. My friend
Yeah.
was in that. Hey, Stefan. Those are his highest rated movies. Hold on. Stephen Curry. Okay. The Anthem. Creed.
Creed
Part
is
3.
great. Creed is fucking great. Yeah.
Yep. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Homeroom, Space Jam, A New Legacy. Hey, you gotta get. Oh, he was a producer.
Yeah.
Creed 2, yeah, all the Creed movies, Michael B. Jordan, and Fruitville Station. This guy,
Fruitville
he's
Station,
busy. And after Sinners, I mean,
I have a
he's
friend-
going to be able to pick and choose whatever the fuck he wants to from now on.
I have a friend who said it was hard for her to watch this because she watched it with her nephew who looks like Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, really?
And she's like, at Fruitville Station, she's like, I can't watch it because he
I don't know what
dies
it's.
in-
I
he
don't
dies
know.
in it. Yeah.
Oh, does he? Yeah.
It's about it's about like violence against Black people in the United States. So
yeah. Perfect.
yeah. So he's fantastic. He's a fantastic
Oh
director.
yeah, just outstanding. Wow.
He understands. He fucking gets
Every
it.
frame, every setting
Everything meant
had
something.
purpose. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It meant something, and it was warming and chilling at the same time. It was such a pleasure. This movie was a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I will say the other thing I'll say is like it is straddling the line of a horror movie.
Yeah, I would not categorize this as a proper.
No, this is it happens to have vampires in it.
And there was effects.
There's
right?
speaking of, let's do some rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how we rate movies typically on our podcast is we rate movies based on a 5-point scale, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, under 4 categories.
Mm-hmm.
First category is blood and gore. What would you give this for blood and gore?
2.5.
Yeah.
I mean, because even
Some
like
of the wounds were pretty gnarly.
yeah,
you know?
but like it wasn't like I mean,
Spurters.
yeah, we've also seen some other,
But we've seen some shit.
we've seen some shit. Yeah.
Fucking again, a couple movies we cite often as like the standard for a 5 as far as blood and gore is concerned. Dead Alive, Evil Dead Rise, like, and
Yeah.
like
The Substance.
the Substance, like that's a
So-
big old 5.
Yeah, like there's nobody like I don't remember anybody getting their head ripped off or anything like that in this movie.
No.
Just a lot of like throat rips. There's a lot of throat rips.
Well, there was like some slitting and
Yeah.
a lot of neck stuff. Obviously, arteries.
Yeah, even so, probably there's like actually a big shot at the end where somebody's literally taking a Tommy gun to somebody,
Yes,
and we don't even see it. We don't see it because it's like we see
Right.
it from his side. We don't see
Right.
it even from the person getting
that
it.
scene, by the way, like
Fucking baller.
it was so
I was waiting for the
cathartic.
Native Americans to show back up at that point. I was like, where are the Native Americans at?
No,
Yeah.
can't they get a piece of this?
Yeah, right.
Oh, great.
All
Just
right.
great.
What's next?
Spooky scary. How scary was it?
One.
I'm
Well,
gonna
actually
s-
two. I don't think
Yeah.
the whole voodoo thing or the hoodoo thing is kind of creepy.
Partly that, and I mean, because the hoodoo part wasn't scary. It's just
Racism.
that's the thing. That's it. That's the
Racism.
scary part. Like, and that's sort of, isn't that kind of a funny message of it, though? Like, of all the things in it, what was the most horrifying? It wasn't the vampires. It wasn't
No.
all that blood and gore, was it? It was,
Humans.
yeah,
It's men. It's white people.
old white men. How about you? Spooky scary.
Oh, I said two.
Two.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think you know what? I'm gonna say 2.5 now. That I think about it because it's like because I was sitting there watching, and going, "This could still fucking happen, guys."
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
In about a week.
I mean, not the vampires, obviously, but still, racism. Anyhow,
It's still happening.
Still happening.
It's still in the backyard. Sex and nudity. I'll tell you what. They did not cast Michael B. Jordan for fucking nothing, man.
him, but Sammy goes down
Yeah.
the town.
Holy cats.
On it. What's her name?
Pearlie.
Pearline. She was pretty. She was so pretty.
Did you catch that the bar at the end is named Pearline?
Yeah.
So,
He was like, he got taught how to do it, and then he fucking
oh, yeah.
went to town. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, movie.
Yep.
I'm interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then someone else there was some sex.
Yep.
But I have to say, there's not like a lot of nudity. There's not a lot.
Not nudity,
No,
no.
it is
but
just
lots of
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for that, I'll give it 2.5.
I'm gonna give it 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
It was hot.
yeah,
I remember
it was.
that's how it sold them. That's how it sold it to me. I was like, I remember texting you going, "There's fucking cunnilingus in the fucking trailer. Come on,
Yeah. Let's go.
let's do this." All right.
Fun and entertainment. This is hard.
This
This
one's
is
hard.
a 4.5 for me.
Same.
I love
Same.
this. I love this.
Yeah, I was so happy after I watched it the second time. I was like, God bless America. Now I can understand what's happening. Because I was
Yes.
so upset the first time that I couldn't understand what was happening.
Yeah. Because you're missing, it's not,
So much context.
it's that, exactly. You're missing some context clues that are essential to the story. It's not just,
Yep.
like, we got the gist of it, what
Yeah.
was happening.
Yeah.
But the particulars, some of the stories they told of, I wasn't there one point they were talking about, like when he meets up with what's her face for the first time when he sees her at the train station,
Elaine?
having
No, Mary.
Mary, and they're having an argument, and she's like giving it to him,
Yeah.
like reading him,
We still don't really know what happened.
not exactly, but I mean they had quite a heated discussion.
Hence the more reason, like, I would like more of that.
I want it right.
I want to know what happened. I want to know all of that to why, like, they're still together.
Yeah.
It's really cute. Also, she just got married this weekend.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and I was kind of like, but Michael B. Jordan's right there. You guys really have a really good chemistry.
They
like,
really did.
yeah,
they
and supposedly
really did.
supposedly her fiance might have cheated on her too. I was like, really? Come on, Michael B. Jordan's right there.
I mean,
Like,
it's just.
have you seen his arms? Have you looked at his fucking pecs and his fucking arms?
God.
Thank you.
Be Jordan, right?
No. I don't know. She was dating some guy. I don't know. Maybe a
curious
football
if he was or
player.
not.
Was he married? I don't know. He
That's
is
what
not. He is not married.
My
I mean, my number is up there.
but
You can always reach out to us.
Sorry, I'll stop. All right.
All right. So
Thanks for joining us. I hope
Yeah.
you go see Sinners
Now what's
ASAP.
yeah.
We are a weekly horror podcast you can listen to on all your podcatchers. If you would please like and subscribe to this. This helps with our numbers and our morale.
Especially Spotify. Spotify's all fucked up now. So if
Is
you
it?
can't, yeah, because now like whatever. It's like just if you can like us on that, that's fine. If you listen to us on the Apple Pod, yeah, which a lot of you
Throw
guys
up
do,
a review, something.
it would be helpful for our numbers. That would be
bone,
great.
maybe.
Throw us a bone, please.
Make sure what we're doing is worthwhile. I mean, we have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Yeah.
want to see if you have fun too.
Yeah,
But anyway, in the meantime, shall we keep it spooky, bitches?
Boogans!